everyone. Welcome back. Let's finish up reading chapter 50 together. 6 lines, 2 verses. Mi vakem yirei Adonai, shomea bekol avdo, asher halak chashakim, ve'ein noga lo, yivtach b'shem Adonai, ve'yisha'ein belohaiv. Hein kulakem kodachei eish, me azarei zikot, laku be'ur eshkem, uvezikot be'artem, miyadi hayata lo lakem, lemadzeva tish kavun. Okay, let's see, verse 10 should be okay. In verse 11, kadach means to light a fire. Azar, well, probably you know that word, it means to gird, and a zik is a spark. If I tell you that, you should be able to read most or all of this. So just take a moment, say it, practice saying the Hebrew out loud, see how much you can make out. Okay, verse 10. Who, vakem is in you or among you, is a Yahweh fearer, fears the Lord. So addressing all Israel, the people who have been so violently shaming him, pulling out his beard, he's calling anyone who's a true Yahweh fearer, and then he complements this by describing as shomea, listening to the voice of his servant, which is interesting. Fearing God is equated now with listening to the voice of the servant. Further qualification of these people that he's calling to, who walks in darkness. And we get a plural noun here. Check Williams under the noun category for how you think the plural is being used here. Who walks in darkness, and there is no God is just another word for brightness or light. There is no light for him. Yivtach, probably adjussive here. Let him trust in the name of Yahweh. And then sha'an often gets used with batak. It means to lean on, and occasionally it's a nice concrete verb. It means to lean on the way you would lean on a cane if you needed it. When it means lean on, it's in the nifal. Let him lean, or let him trust in, or depend on his God. Notice this is a non-consecutive vav on the imperfect, so it just coordinates it with batak. So, on the one hand, Yahweh fearers who have no light of their own, they should keep on trusting God. That's what the servant says. But, behold, all of you lighting a fire. Now, there's a text-critical problem here, but I just want to say where this, let's come back to this. It's something about sparks. Walk, it's a 2MP imperative. Walk in the light of your fire. And in the sparks you have kindled. Ba'ar often gets used, for making a fire in the PL. So either trusting God, let me change color so it's a little easier to see. Either trust God or walk by your own lights. Trust yourself. But terrifyingly, from my hand this shall be for you. Atzava means serious pain. So torment. In torment, you will lie down. The final nun will occur sometimes on the 2MP in the imperfect. So you have a parting of the ways here. Either trust in God and listen to the servant, or walk by your own lights. And it just falls under judgment. Now, I need to come back here. Azar means to gird on, which is a strange thing to say about sparks. Sparks is just a parallel term with fire. There's a text-critical issue here. If you check BHS, they recommend keeping the meme. I've got it in my notes here. And the aleph and the resh, assuming a hifial participle from the verb or, can't quite remember what the root is there, to make a light. So, lighting with sparks or something like that, that probably makes more sense. So you can check BHS on that. Okay, that is Isaiah 50, 10 to 11, and we will go on to Isaiah